Now, that's a very interesting question. It takes me down memory lane. Now, thinking back to when I was 20 years old, I would probably just be getting into the university or maybe in my first or second year. So here's what I would say or I would advise my younger self. Number one, the most important, drop the entitlement mentality. Young people today often have an entitled mentality, believing that the parents are supposed to pay their school fees, buy their clothes, take care of their feeding, provide their textbook, and handle everything else about their life. I mean, they feel or they believe that it is their right. But the truth is, this is not the reality of life. If you are 20 years of age and above, and your parents right now are providing everything for you, I would say you are very privileged and lucky. And for no reason should you take this benefit for granted, because there are so many people that do not have the luxury of what you are currently enjoying. And they have to find a way to survive, pay their school fees, and all of that. So, if you're having such benefits right now, I want you to understand that it is a very rare privilege and you should not be entitled about it. Now, once a young person, whether you're a boy or a girl, you've clocked the age of 20 years old, you have crossed into adulthood, basically. And at that age, responsibility starts setting in. So you need to start learning how to work, how to earn money, how to invest, and understand what it takes to sweat and stress yourself to earn every naira or every dollar. So when you grasp how difficult it is to make money, you will make more reasonable requests from your parents. And as a matter of fact, you would be able to demonstrate empathy when asking. And not just, oh, give me this, give me my school fees, give me money for this, give me money for that. You know, you brought me onto this earth, it is your responsibility. No. Okay? So for me, the best advice I would give my 20-year-old self is to drop the entitled mentality and start thinking of how to take care of myself and support my parents. I mean, these people have gone through a lot to raise you from 1 month old to 20 years. They've invested so much. At what point do they begin to, benefit from you? Okay, so learn how to make money, whether you're working part-time or you're learning the basics of business and entrepreneurship, and start applying what you learn right away, even if it's on a part-time basis. School is not an excuse. Even while schooling, you can make a lot of money to pay for your school fees, buy your books, take care of your feeding. I will give you a secret. The university campus is the easiest place to make money if only you would tap into it. I'll give an experience. When I entered university, I had similar challenges. I never had more than enough, to just enjoy and chill or buy nice clothes for myself. I depended on my parents 100% for everything, but they didn't have so much. By my third year, I became frustrated not having enough, and I ventured into entrepreneurship because I realized there were no jobs out there. From that point on, I was able to take care of my school fees, feeding, and everything concerning my life while still in school. I lived like a prince on campus. That's a story for another day, right? So while support from parents is important, young people should understand the value of hard work and the sacrifices our parents make to earn $1 or 1,000 naira to support them, to send them to school, to provide for them. So that is my number one advice for my 20-year-old self. Number two advice is to find a mentor early. There is no age, there is no minimum age where mentorship is needed. I would advise my 20-year-old self to get a mentor very early in life. Find someone who is already doing well in family, career, relationship-wise, financially. This applies to any area of life. A mentor in my early days could have pointed out mistakes early and helped me avoid them in the course of my growing up. And this is what a mentor does for you. A mentor essentially helps you save a lot of time and avoid costly mistakes. I should have gotten a mentor to guide me and help me navigate life better. But glory be to God, we are where we are today. So number 3, start learning about investing and entrepreneurship early. At age 20, I would advise myself to start learning about investing, finance, financial intelligence, and entrepreneurship. So decide early in life that you want to succeed financially. So I recently read an article that hit me hard. It mentioned that the late Herbert Wigwe got his banking license at the age of 34. For me, at 34, personally, I was lost, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. But here is someone getting a banking license at that age, which means they had already started very early in life. At 20, some people are already millionaires. Some others are already billionaires. So it's not too early to start learning about financial intelligence. And it's not too early to become rich or wealthy. Now, even if you are in school, you can use your spare time to understand investing, research and learn more about investing, research and learn more about entrepreneurship and wealth building principles. The days of going to school, studying very hard. I mean, we used to study all night, all day and all night just because we wanted to pass exams and pass in flying colors, right? And then the goal of that was to graduate and, come out and get good or high-paying jobs. Those days are gone. That model is obsolete, right? The new reality is that even while in school, once you have that entrepreneurship mindset, once you have that mindset, of achieving massive goals early in life, then at 20 years of age, you need to start making significant strides. Number 4, advice for my 20-year-old self. You need to balance education and leadership development. I would advise my younger self to balance education with personal and leadership development. Now, there are so many countries with young presidents and leaders. We have executives at big companies globally who are as young as 30 years old, 40 years old. And this shows that young people can occupy positions of leadership and positions of power at an early age, right? So maybe you started late or you started early. There's an age, a certain age, one can be successful and leave the parents' house and go do exploits, basically. So it's very important that you're balancing education with leadership development. This is crucial for building success in life. In summary, these are the 4 key lessons I would share with my 20-year-old self. 1, drop the entitlement mentality. 2, find a mentor early. 3, start learning about investing and entrepreneurship. And then 4, balance education with leadership development. On a final note, I would say, I'll remind you that waiting till you graduate from the university before you start figuring out life is a no-no. The earlier you start, the better prepared you will be for life challenges.